What's good, everybody? It's Kaige-O Gaming, and welcome back to our very first time playing Songs of Six. If you are enjoying this series, make sure to leave a like. If you're not, make sure to leave a dislike. I appreciate all your feedback. And last time we left off, well, we're still trying to reorganize our main food district here. We've kind of stabilized money. You guys did reach out and give me some nice tips that even though we don't use certain resources, it would be kind of nice to gather them just for money and selling them, which we kind of do for the meat, but the only reason why we're grabbing meat is because we need the leather from the aurochs. But you guys mentioned maybe like fishing or something, or just to boost our production in the more expensive items. So really taking a look at like what we could be trading for. Is there like a sort by? But maybe just like looking in here, seeing what we could buy for pretty cheap, and stick to buying the cheaper goods and selling the more expensive goods. Like if we could really push out gems, that would help us. If we could really push out opiates, Scythalon ore would be amazing to get. Jewels, machinery, plate armor sells for a lot, leather armor, but we kind of need all of our weapons and stuff. War beasts sell for a decent amount. Falcatas, or flanxes. Falcatas are these. Flanxes sell for a decent amount. And then buying, like, fruit is super cheap from these guys. Wood and stone, pretty cheap. But we also got to think about how much we're using the resource. Because obviously cheaper resources, if we're using more of them, it's going to kind of even out anyways. So, first thing I'm going to start with for today is just kind of getting ready to prep this area for another row of housing. That's even. We can go ahead and get rid of these decorations that we have in the middle of the road that were a part of our old housing. And then we'll get this last house here, see how much that frees up, because then I kind of want to start considering getting some like production buildings over here, because we do have quite a few vacant housing. So I feel like we should be adding more production areas. So that way these people have places to work and will be more inclined to live in this area. I think next we kind of want to move these buildings. Accident occurred. Currently sitting at about 3225 pop. I think our next upgrade isn't until like 4500. Yeah, so we got a long way to go. We need some rapid expansion if we're gonna make that happen. We did get another, what is this, charcoaler? In. Maybe if we could move these woodcutters off the shore and find a better place for them, we could consider maybe getting fishing in here or even more farms to help out with food. What are we spending a lot of our money on? It was alcohol. Now it is. Well, for the last 2 cycles, it was really just leather. For a bit, it was bread. Spending a lot of money on bread. A lot of money on vegetables as well. So we're gonna have to pay attention to that. Clay is looking great now that we're getting some from taxes. Alright, let's go ahead and copy these areas. feel like these are too wide apart. Because you should be able to fit there, no problem. They are too wide. Okay, so we need to fix that real quick. So we actually need to dismantle both of these houses and push them up one. Which means we could expand this as well, but I'm probably just going to leave that for now. We can fix that at another time. But in between these areas, I did say that I wanted to start decorating more. Make sure our places are well lit. It is going to put us at negative housing. Let's go ahead and fast forward until we can get these done. Actually, while they're working on that, I would like to check on my minor settlements. Because you are getting us gems and you're trying to bring us in some more leather, livestock, and meat. But you're not going to be super effective at that, but the little additional bit helps. That would put you down to 28 workforce. I think I'm gonna hold off on that. Now kind of our only options to have connecting territories would to be sauce, which we could get Scythalon here, and we could get more opiates, which would be nice. Then I suppose we could kind of wrap around, but that's getting it's getting pretty far from our capital. I kind of like what we have going right now. I think I would rather try and take these 3 territories. We could get some more grain and vegetables from here, as well as clay and wood. You have a lot of boosts. More farming here. More farming. You have a lot of mining, stone and clay. That's pretty solid. Okay, your garrison's highest here. How big is your army? 567. Let's go ahead and get these houses back down. So copy the area. And then we want you something like that. There we go. Now it's nice and even. Okay, so all of those houses will be done. I'm thinking maybe we can move the hearth down here. That's a market. I'm thinking maybe we can put you in here. Just to keep things kind of consistent. Because our only other hearth is up here. And then we can get some like more decorations and benches in here. I think I'm going to commit to that. And then I'm going to dismantle that. Kind of see how that goes, how that looks. Okay, that puts us at 51 positive housing. So we can start dismantling this stuff. Which does drop us, but we're gonna need upgrades for these homes. So let's get the upgrades over here first. Now nobody should be homeless. We'll see if anybody moves in, though. I think I am going to keep this row here. I kind of feel like it fits nicely. It's nice and even. Get a nice even row stretching all the way down. Maybe even expand it a little bit. Push all these farms down a bit. And then I think I'm gonna convert some of this, especially like in between the housing. I'll see how just like one row looks, but I might do like I might just fill the area in between the housing. We'll start with that. See how that looks. Yep, your access should be going back up now that we have that down. Okay, what if we do like the whole area? Make sure we get the doorways as well. Kind of see how that looks. And then we can start dismantling this road. Because we're gonna fix that on up. Okay, these areas are starting to fill in. I even think a home filled in over here, which is nice. So I feel like if we get more jobs in this area, should be good to go. Okay, I think I like this a little more. Forest Plaza, like all in between the homes. So let's keep that consistent. All the way through here. And that should make our people a little happier as well, since that's their most preferred road. And then for the time being, I want to push you guys back. But I might just set you up here for now, because I'm not sure exactly what I want to do with this area yet. Because we already have the hospital and physician there. So I don't know if we need another hospital. I would also kind of like to experiment with how Forest Plaza looks here. So I'm gonna check that out, since it is like our main square area. That hospital's nearly done. Wait for him to build that in the roads. I mean, it's okay. I don't mind it. Alright, waiting for this to get done. Just waiting on construction. Boom. Then we can go ahead and get rid of this one. Because I want to push all these roads back. And then I'm curious, if we were to take this bakery, how well does that fit in here? I mean, there shouldn't be much movement in here, since that's kind of just for homes, but we have decent spacing in here. So I do feel like we should kind of keep that consistent and do 2 wide from their front doors. So if we do something like this, we could split it. You line up with the bottom of that torch. There's no way we can fit a third one in. So what if we just even it out here? And then maybe we can put, like, decorate this nicely. And then we'll convert that to wood buildings eventually. But I like this little housing district here. And then we got some additional houses over here. Then we start to get like another like food processing area. This can be like a break station. We could even get a guard post. Maybe here. Because that kind of keeps it consistent with what, these 4. Alright, that bakery's done. So now we can finally get rid of this one. We don't necessarily want to get rid of that well yet. Okay, so we have all that. And then we'll probably want another well over here. Will a market fit in there, or a food stall? Six by 7. Could get something like that. I don't know if I like that though. We'll try it. I feel like that's kind of blocking passage. Kind of fast forward, let that get built. I think maybe we dismantle you and move you one over. Because the idea is I wanted to put benches like here. And we're gonna want to upgrade you. And we're probably gonna want to upgrade you. Alright, all of these homes are good to go. So now let's start getting some upgrades. Because I think we're going to bring in a few more people. Let's see how just covering this with stone looks. And then we're gonna want to get rid of these. And make this a road. But I don't mind the flower tree and flower there. Or we could get torches. So we're gonna have to see how lighting is now that we've built some more areas. Oh, that's gonna block off there. But we could do like a torch there. torch there. Light that up a little more. Use some additional lighting here. Not bad. Do torches on the back side. And there maybe. And then what? Do like all this through here. And then we'll make this like another road. Out of stone. Kinda get a vibe for that. These roads need to be fixed. And then potentially consider getting a bunch of trees down this road, since we've been kind of doing that with the rest of them. That should be even there. There. And there. Okay, why are people unhappy now? Food days. Yeah, we're kind of running low again. We're buying a ton of bread once more. But we're running out of grain, so grain's an issue. We should be producing that somewhere. Sparelin. I would drop our taxes quite a bit. But I mean, if we can save money, I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna commit to a tier 3. Hopefully that means less money that we're buying for bread. Also, the Forest Plaza should be stretched all the way to over here to connect the market. I'll do something like that. I don't know if I like this. I think for now I'm going to dismantle this market and get a new one in. And do something like this instead. I think that'll look nicer. Because then we can get the Forest Plaza going all the way through. There we go. That should be better. Now, it's not going to even up with the hearth, but that's okay. Only so much we can do. It's also not going to even up with this, but this is a bigger market. So we'll make do for now. Just for the time being, we can move you up one just so we can kind of fix this road all the way up to here. Kind of hoping a giant tree would fit nicely in here, but it doesn't. That's gonna be uneven. Alright, maybe we'll do like a tree here then. It's kind of a nice even split. And then what I might do so I might make all of this Forest Plaza. Which that is going to use a lot of our cut stone. And then let's go ahead and get you guys converted on walls. I want you guys to be wooden buildings. Because you guys are probably going to be pretty permanent. Negative 279. But I don't think all of our bakeries are producing. Yeah, like you guys are super down in production. Workload 8. I also kind of feel like maybe we fix up this area. At least these edges. These edges kind of bother me. Kind of fill in these spots. Ooh, these aren't even. Oh. What is that? It's a natural tree. We also have one more spot over here. Let's do that. Okay, hopefully that'll make these areas look a little nicer. How are we looking back here? Haven't started the road yet. So let's let it play out. Fast forward. We are down on workers. So let's get you up to 3250. And we'll kind of see where we're at. We should be having a huge amount of grain coming in shortly. Our crops are getting harvested. Why is this like that? Oh, there, it's starting to fix itself. Let that play out. Let them catch up on all that work. How's our bread production now? Positive 1,000. So when we actually have the grain, our bread is wonderful. It's fantastic. It decays really quickly. Yeah, so does our stockpile of food. It's kind of what I feel like we should be really investing our knowledge in. It's just so expensive. We are getting closer to the 2 mil point. We have 3,000 Warhammers. Okay, I don't mind this area. What I do think I'm going to do is start clearing out this. Oh no, that's not even. Okay. Well, maybe we just won't do an edge here. A forest plaza. Yeah. I don't know if I'm a fan of this area. But for now, it will do. I do want to make sure that we get, like, benches in here. That is perfect. That's gonna block doorways. But we could do benches like this, maybe. And then get some flowers going in on the area. Something like that. And then here we want a 4 wide road of cobblestone. Ah, because we kept the second library is what we did. Get that in there, and then that's why we were hurting on workers. So let's dismantle you. I suppose we could get some farms in here, but the soil and moisture looks like it's awful. It is. It's awful right there. In fact, everywhere where we just did our building would have been more suitable. All of this is decent farmland. I think I do want to put woodcutters in this area. Doesn't seem like a horrible idea. I just feel like this is too good a farmland to kind of pass up on. Which is why I don't necessarily want to get fishing down. Rather have stuff that we can use. $54% access to benches. And we're gonna need more torches. In these areas. That's even. And that's even. Should be. Okay, we have a few vacant houses over here. Yeah, maybe just get a bunch of farmland here. Kind of thinking that might be a good move. So, what are we doing about the woodcutters? Because we wanted more housing here. Do woodcutters need both soil and moisture? It's not horrible here. What do woodcutters need? Moisture? Yes. What's our current 60 net? If we go this way, can we extend it more? Looks like that's kind of the max dimensions for it. It's 100% moisture. I feel like I kind of want to do something more like this. And then maybe get storage down here. 70 workers. Oh, that was an auxiliary. Auxiliary. So, let's get storage. Boom. Perfect. Okay, we'll kind of see how this works out. It does kind of feel like we're getting a little bit blocky again in here, but at least we have the natural path here. Things feel pretty blocky in here again as well, but at least things look nicer. I also think I'm just gonna say screw it and go for all Forest Plaza in here as well. I feel like it just kind of makes sense. If we have this whole area in Forest Plaza. I feel like we didn't necessarily need to make this a double road. Oh well. I should say a quadruple road. But it's fine. Also, we need to get rid of this. Let's get you out of there. I don't know what Rotify is. Get that fixed. There's still a few more like that we need to clean up, but it's fine for now. Alright, we are back up to 2 million. Haven't had to buy food in a long while. And we're getting pretty close to summer. I feel like getting that additional grain did help. But we're dropping quickly and we're out of grain again. So I think another grain farm would be beneficial. We're actually going nuts on clay. So we can probably pull some workers off this one. Let's go 100 workers. Puts us at 48 positive. Where did all of our workers just go? They get sick? We didn't build anything. Oh, the woodcutters. Duh. Okay, so let's start. Wow. 30 woodcutters versus 79? Your production is 672 versus 261. That's a huge difference. We're gonna dismantle you. Can we dig up? So once we fill in water, like that's it. We can remove water. Can't dismantle it or anything. Okay, so we gotta be careful about that then. But what I want to do with this area is get a farm going. And let's just kind of see how large we can make this. What am I looking for? Let's see how this is. It does appear that we can make it larger. So if we were to dismantle all of this, can we get it down to there? Honestly, that wood will cover this as well. So I'm gonna get rid of this. I'm going to dismantle all of this here. I'm gonna see how large we can make this grain farm once they start digging up that road. The silencer. Tongue removed. Great. Another serial killer. Just what we need. Alright, how far can we stretch this thing? Okay. Does look like this is gonna be its max dimensions. Soil 82, moisture 99, production 858. 25 farmers. I'm gonna go for it. And maybe we can get like some production here or something. We'll see. And we'll see about filling this in as well. Roads. Let's go ahead and extend you. Do we want another hospital over here? I mean, it might not hurt. I feel like we need to boost wood storage here. We could just do like what is it? Logistics. A loading station here. And then we can do an unloading station by the warehouse. Up here. Something we could consider. We still have the clay pit over here as well, which we also need to consider. But, like, we're maxing out on stone. Gems. Maintenance and decay. I suppose this is something we can start selling. What are we not selling right now? I feel like we haven't sold ore in a while. We're actually negative on ore. We haven't sold ore in a long while. So, is this where we're storing gems? Yes. Let's start selling our gems. That should make us a decent amount of money. I don't think we need more than 100 on us at once. Well, decay rate is barely anything. That should really help out our economy. Because you're going to sell for how much? 184? 194 potentially? We're producing about 9 a day. Okay, things are starting to come together. Now, do we have all of you upgraded? Yeah, we'll do the torture. 1.24, 1.3. Make sure all of you guys are level 4. You are. So we have all of our, like, cities upgraded. So we don't need to worry about anything there. I think our next step, while we continue to organize, is getting ready to build up our army. But I kind of feel like in order to do that, we need more rations. When we build up our conscripts, our rations just do horribly. 96 deployable, 97 deployable, 80, 97 deployable, and 95. I feel like I should get you guys armor. You guys are using how much? 500. 500. I mean, we have more than enough to get everybody full armor. So that's going to use up about 2,000 of our leather armor. I think I get another... I mean, we have to keep our workforce in mind. We should be bringing in all of our grain soon, so we can get this farm going. Now, I am going to recopy you just over here for the time being. I don't know if we'll keep you or not, but an additional hospital really can't hurt. We need to start... Ooh. Problem is here. How's wood? Positive 360. You're bringing in what? 356. Let's get rid of this one. That'll free up some workers. Why are people so unhappy? What's going on? Oh, because of the serial killing. Ah. Huh. At least we know it's not necessarily anything we're doing. We do need more spacing. Maybe that's something we'll work on with our next colony. Is kind of like having things more natural flowing. I might look up some videos and see like how different people, like I've seen shorts and stuff, which is actually kind of what got me into this game. Of people like building their city and doing the time lapses, which are really cool. I enjoy watching those. But I'd be interested to see like different techniques for building our city. Obviously, this was our very first time playing, so a lot of this was learning and kind of experiencing everything for the first time. I feel like we've gotten to most portions of the game. I mean, there's still tons of research and types of buildings we haven't worked with and all kinds of stuff. Different combat. We haven't made any jewelry, machinery, haven't made any paper. So there's like entire production lines that we haven't really worked with. Barely do any pastures at all. It'd be fun to do a new type of like race, to have them be more proficient at other things and enjoy other things that make them happy. Kind of have different focuses. Like maybe focus on a faction that really likes meat and fish, or eggs or mushrooms, rather than focusing on bread, veggies, and fruits. Or even like different types of furniture. I know different races like different things for their furniture, so we would have to mass produce other things. I did forget that these guys like gems for furniture. I did forget that. Serial killer has been caught. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Why do I feel like we never collected our grain? Oh, they still haven't harvested. Wow. That would explain it. How much grain are you producing? 2K from that little farm? I can't imagine what you're gonna give us. That's insane. That explains why we were so set on grain for so long. 2K? How much are you producing us? 4,000? And you have about 25 farmers, so you should be near the same. So hopefully this one farm will be enough. Maybe we can start looking at growing other things like more vegetables, since we do at times seem to have to buy those still. But now hopefully, yeah, our population is going up. We're going back up to... It looks like we're trending towards 100% happiness. I might just continue the wall here. And just, like, have this as a complete, like, lockdown. Like, surrounded by walls. And then kind of, like, keep this open for industry. Or, we could just wrap, the wall around here. I mean, it would kind of make sense for, like, our mines and woodcutters to be outside of the walls. It's same thing with farms, but we ended up putting the farms inside. Kind of makes sense for them to be outside. Like, I feel like maybe even getting like a gate here instead of walling all of this off, but we needed the housing over here. We do have 58 homeless. A lot of people over here. Okay, so this is actually where we need to be getting more homes. Let's go ahead and upgrade those. Hopefully that helps things. It did quite a bit, actually. So we need to start considering getting more homes over here. Which makes sense. So maybe that's the last thing we'll do for today. Homes. Probably squeeze an apartment in here. How much room do we need for the house? Do something like this and then maybe get another apartment. We'll do that. So maybe we will... we'll have to see. I don't really know how expansion of this area is going to work yet. Okay, well, we kind of got like another section done in here. We've expanded our farming, which now we're just waiting for us to put grain in there. We've moved our woodcutters. Disease is at our doorstep. We seem to stabilize our money, which is great. We're starting to sell gems. How much are we making off trade now? Those gems sold for nearly... Oh my goodness. Our first bulk of gems sold for about 12k. Then 19k. Then 36. Then 10. And then 4. So it's definitely starting to drop off because we don't have as much built up. But, wow. It does look like we were buying bread. We bought a little bit of vegetables, but not much. So bread is still the main issue, but that's gotta be because of grain. Because otherwise, bread production is perfectly fine. So once we get our grain production up, and if we get all farms over here, I might make this a... Maybe we'll do warehousing down here. Let's see. We will see. We got a lot more planning to do. So we'll kind of see how it goes next time. But things are slowly starting to come together. We're getting more and more of this section kind of figured out. We've almost got like a quarter of it figured out. And then we're starting to figure out this area too. So if we can get all this and then kind of work on the south should be super easy. It's just reorganizing and maybe expanding our farms. So we're getting close. But as always, I appreciate y'all for stopping by, and I hope to see you in the next episode. Until then, peace out, y'all.